Welcome to BCUZ. We have a great show planned for you today. We'll start out at Spring Valley and check out the Sunset and Fire Picnic with Dave Brooks. Then Dave Brooks will take us over and talk to some garden club representatives regarding their event, Backyards for Nature. And we'll conclude today's episode with Beth Waller as she checks out the Schaumburg Idol Auditions. Stick around. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, this is Dave Brooks, the Manager of Conservation Services at Spring Valley, reporting for BCUZ TV. And I'm here at Spring Valley on this wonderful, beautiful spring evening for our Sunset Fire and Picnic on the Prairie. It's something we've been doing for several years now, weather dependent, and since it's a beautiful night, we have a great crowd. We're gonna light a fire in a bit after these folks have gotten a bite to eat and heard a little bit about why we're gonna light a fire in the Prairie. And it's a really neat program, and you'll get to see more in just a bit here, and I'm going to hear more about it as well. So enjoy. Well, I am here with two of our veteran volunteers, Jan Neely and Lynn Eikenberry, and you both have helped on these sunset burns before, right?
Yes, I have.
How many have you done of these?
As many as we've done.
I've done 2, and then of course last year was rained out, so we didn't get to do it last year.
That's right. So yeah, this is very weather dependent, and we have a beautiful night here tonight. So I'm guessing that this is one of those volunteer duties that seems like more of a party than work. So
It's really a super treat to be able to see the fire burning at night. It's something special. It doesn't look like that during the day.
Lynn and Jan are just a couple of our burn crew, which numbers it's over a dozen for this one. And I don't know that we need a dozen, but everyone wants to help, so it's
the fact of the matter, though, is that where we live in the Midwest, though it's not as dry as it is out in the mountain states in the West or out in the Southwest, much of the Midwest was originally a fire-dependent landscape. It was a landscape that burned on a regular basis. And if we would have gone back about 200 years, 300 years or so, before there were many white people at all around here, it was mainly the Native Americans who lived here, you probably would have seen fires burning on the landscape just about every fall, and sometimes in the spring as well. So, and those fires have been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And of course, fires can be started naturally by a thunderstorm, a stroke of lightning. If there's not a lot of rain, can ignite dry grass or tinder and can start a fire that way. But in the Midwest here, the guess is that a lot of the fires were actually started by the Native Americans. They knew that the landscape would benefit from the fires, that after the fire had passed over, the grass would grow green, and green grass brings in grazing animals, things like bison and elk and deer and things like that. And those, of course, were the main food source for the Native people.
Hello everybody, I'm Matt. I've been with the district for 14 years and involved in the burn program for that long. The suits that you see them wearing are not only so they stand out in a crowd and people can see them, but they're also they're fire retardant suits. Some of them are made of Nomex, some of them Endura cotton. Some of the tools that we have right here, Matt, my assistant, he's holding what is called a flapper. And that's basically a smothering tool that we use out on the fire lines. Another tool that's on the ground, we have a water backpack, holds 40 pounds or 5 gallons of water. And then also next to that is our drip torch. These are just a few tools that we use when we're out there to basically manipulate the fire, manipulate the fuel that's out there in order to make it do what we want it to do.
the burn's dying down now. The little final little embers going out. But first of all, was this your first time seeing this? Have you ever seen a fire like this before?
No, this is my first time. My first
How about
time
you?
too. Hopefully not the last, but the first.
Okay. And you,
I've actually done them before here.
That's
Yep.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
My first time is
first
great.
time. All right. Well, did it live up to your expectations, Joe? You probably hyped it for him, but
Absolutely, yeah.
what do you guys think? The ones who were here for the first time.
I liked it a lot. It was really good.
It was amazing. I loved it. I didn't even know what to expect, but this was awesome.
just awesome to watch. Yeah, it was really cool.
That is. The last of the flames are about to be put out by the fire crew here, but it has been an awesome night here at our Sunset Fire and Picnic on the Prairie. We had over 200 people who were very excited to see the fire finally get started, and it was quite a sight to see. So we do this every year in early April, weather permitting, and I hope you'll be able to come and join us and learn more about how we manage the Schaumburg Park District natural areas with fire. Thanks so much. This is Dave Brooks for BCUZ TV.
I like to take time for fun by doing theater, singing, and dance here at the Schaumburg Park District.
WSPD, your place to take time for fun.
Hi, this is Dave Brooks, the manager of conservation services at Spring Valley Nature Center. And we are here today for BCUZ TV, Schaumburg Park District, to talk a little bit about our annual native plant sale. All right, I have with me here Carolyn Quinn.
Hi.
Hello, and Denise Suender.
Hi.
Pronounced your name correctly this time. And you're both with the Schaumburg Community Garden Club. And talking about the plant sale, maybe I don't know which one of you wants to take this, but describe the garden club's role in this whole plant sale. So,
Well,
Denise,
if I can start out, Dave,
Sure.
I'm proud to have been a member of the Garden Club for 20 years. The Garden Club has been established for 25 years. It's our 25th year. And for many years, I'm not sure how many, we've supported the native plant sale here at Spring Valley and support Spring Valley. And this year, our 25th year, I'll hand it over to Carolyn. She'll explain some of the new exciting plants that we have. We have quite a few new, over 25 new varieties. And I'll let Carolyn explain some of the plants.
Thank you, Denise. Hi, Dave.
Hello.
Denise, by the way, is president of our garden club, and we're very proud of her. I'm chairing the native plant sale this year, and it's a first for me. I'm very excited. We have some of the plants that we will be selling in posters here behind me. We have echinacea. This is the year of the echinacea. Purple coneflowers. We have gem triflorum here, which is also known as prairie smoke. And we have an Asclepias version here that attracts butterflies. This one is the marsh or swamp milkweed. But they come in all colors. You could get yellow flowers, you could get red flowers, but I just have posters of pink and blue. So here we have Phlox divaricata. This is a native woodland phlox with beautiful little flowers. Here we have a wild petunia. And here, is this one Jacob's ladder?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we have beautiful Jacob's ladder. There are a good 100 plants that we have available to people in the area and people who come to the fair.
Okay. Actually, why don't you hang on to that for a bit? Can you explain a little bit for people who may be either novice gardeners or not as familiar with the native plants? What is the advantage of going native in their garden?
Encouraging people and joining in with people to make more natural landscapes is beneficial for the whole world, and it's beneficial for us as gardeners because these are beautiful plants. Furthermore, they take less water, they take less chemicals to keep them alive and healthy. They hold the roots in place so we don't have as much erosion. They're good for a myriad number of things, and we're proud to be helping increase natives in natural landscapes in the area.
Sure.
And I want to add, it brings in the butterflies, the birds, and all kinds of wildlife, and our precious bees.
Okay.
Need those pollinators.
And I think you might have just mentioned, but how many different varieties did you say? Like 100, or how many different varieties of native plants will people find at the plant sale?
Just so happens, Dave, that right here behind you, we have a copy of the form. Actually, it's 4 pages long.
Okay, so that's a lot of plants.
That's a lot of
total,
plants.
Carolyn, we have 48 prairie plants, 20 grasses and sedge, 24 woodland flowers and vines, 11 trees and bushes, 6 ferns, and we also have non-native but herbs and 24 non-perennials. But Carolyn's brought in a new 25 special list this year, and I'll let her talk about that.
Sure.
Well, being as it's the Garden Club's 25th anniversary, and Dave was just telling us he thinks that the native plant sale has been going on for 25 years, it turns out that the Perennial Plant Association has also been naming a winning selection every year for the last 25 years. So we have 25 plants this year available. Each one is a Perennial Plant of the Year selection, and this year's is Panicum virgatum northwind. So that's a switchgrass, and it is beautiful in our landscapes. It gives you some nice vertical, gives you nice color in the fall, and if you leave it standing up in the winter, you have something pretty to look at then too.
Sure. And now folks who are interested in these plants, obviously should mention that the native plant sale will be held on Sunday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But I know that people can also pre-order plants too up until
April 18th.
All right. And if people find out about this too late to get their pre-orders in, should mention that this is an annual event, and they should be able to get plenty of selections still on the day of the fair, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have a huge white tent set up on the lawn, part of the Backyard for Nature Fair, and we will have it filled with hundreds and hundreds of plants, and we expect hundreds of people to be walking through, enjoying them, celebrating with us.
So, and if people do want to be included on a mailing list to get notification of future plant sales, how would they do that?
Well, look what Denise has.
Okay.
This is the URL to our website.
Okay.
Plus you have wonderful photos of all the plants. All you have to do is hit on the plant of all these on the list, and it'll show you the pretty pictures way beyond what we brought here today.
This year I did something a little bit different. I made a video of all of our plants that we're having for sale, particularly the natives, that is available on YouTube. So if anybody would like to look on YouTube, they have the numbers that match our order form, and you can look to see the plant and where it is on our order form.
Okay. Now I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate here, but what would you say to the person who maybe is a gardener or just starting again, who is a little nervous about these native wild and woolly plants and what they're going to do to their garden? Are these going to create a weedy look in their garden?
All gardeners know that what you really need to have a plan, and you can deviate from your plan, and you end up moving plants sometimes from one spot to another spot. But we gardeners also know that oftentimes you get a trouble spot. Maybe you have a wet, soggy place in your yard where you're having trouble getting things to grow, and maybe you've been trying to put plants there that haven't been thriving. Well, you might want to consider putting a native plant that particularly thrives in those kinds of conditions. We had a guest speaker at our meeting last month who was an expert on establishing rain gardens, and she showed us gorgeous slides of gardens full of natives mixed with non-natives, and they were particularly hardy in places that are wet and soggy. But you can have the opposite extreme. You might have a dry or a shady place. It would be a great idea to look to see what all these plants have in terms of an ability to thrive in any of your trouble spots. Come see us.
Okay. And I should mention, I know that on the website, in addition to the photographs, there is information about the plants, correct, as to how tall they get and if they need full sun or shade or whatnot. Is
right.
That,
We
yeah.
even have a section, and also where it's best used in a water garden, a dry garden, a sun garden, and they're not invasive. They won't take over your garden, I think is one comment that Dave maybe wanted us to express. And they will regrow, and they don't take as much maintenance as Carolyn mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I should mention that as I think it was mentioned, but the native plants are almost all perennial plants, which of course means that once you get them established, they'll come back year after year without a lot of extra effort on your part, because they're so well adapted to our climate and soils. So.
A lot of our gardeners like to hear that phrase, low maintenance. But I'm reminded, Dave, we have something else that we're doing new this year. We're going to have an information table, a booth of master gardeners from the University of Illinois Extension Program, and they will be there to answer questions of people who are at the fair if they'd like to know about which plants are going to do what in their garden.
Okay, all right, great. That's good, because I know a lot of people always do have questions about, not just the native plants, but maybe general garden design types of questions too. So
We're thrilled about that. And our president is a just recent Master Gardener intern with the University of Illinois Extension Program.
I'm an intern, and our vice president is an intern. We both just finished the class, but Carolyn's a full-fledged Master Gardener, and we have a few of those in our class. But we also, in our club, we also have a lot of people just wanting to start to learn about gardening. And our sale is a little different than other plant sales you go to. Not only is it native plants, but our members interact with you when you come and buy the plants. We not only fill the orders for you, but we will take time to talk to you about what plants would be better for what in your garden. So we're a pretty fun, friendly group. And again, we'd love you to come to our garden club and learn more about us. We're here right at Spring Valley on the second Wednesday of every month at 7 o'clock.
Schaumburg Community Garden Club is definitely an organization that gives back to the community in lots of ways. And so by supporting the native plant sale, you'll not only be improving and beautifying your own landscape with these wonderful native plants, but you're actually helping a lot of community groups as well, because the funds that are raised, as Denise said, go back into all these community projects. So I will also mention that at the Backyards for Nature Fair, it's more than just a native plant sale. There's activities for the kids in our kids garden at the Nature Center. Prairie Woods Audubon Society will be out to help kids build birdhouses that they can take home. There'll be a free wildflower seedling that kids can transplant themselves, and they can take that home. And also the Spring Valley Nature Club will be selling a variety of heirloom vegetables as well. So there's really there's lots to take away from this, and even if you don't have a big budget and you're not planning on buying a lot of plants, there's plenty of things to do at this event. So I'd encourage everyone to attend. And do you have any final thoughts that you want to share, or final cheer to get people out there?
Well, the final cheer is these are unusual plants. You're not going to find them at the big box stores, and there aren't so many small garden stores anymore. I won't name them, but we do have some wonderful plants that you cannot obtain in too many other ways of native plants, and they're at very, very good prices. So.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Here in Schaumburg, we're very, very fond and proud of Spring Valley Nature Sanctuary. And buying native plants, planting native plants at home or in your neighbor's yard, helps to make a nature sanctuary at home. Be it a bit smaller, but it's still a nature sanctuary, and you can have one at home.
That's right. That's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that, because we do. So that's a part of our mission, is not just to get people to come to the Nature Center, but to hopefully get them to take a little bit of that Nature Center home to their own home landscape. So, so thank you very much, both of you, and I hope we'll see all of you out at the Native Plant Sale again Sunday, May 4th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is Dave Brooks for BCUZ TV. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.
Hello, Schaumburg. It's Beth Waller, the Cultural Arts Supervisor for the Schaumburg Park District. Boy, do I have a treat for you today. First day of auditions for this year's Schaumburg Idol. So we're going to get to see a few of the contestants and what they're doing, and we'll tell you a little bit about the process. So come on with me and let's go see some of the folks. What we do is we'll get down to 12 contestants, and from those 12, the first 12 get to compete. We teach you a group song and a song of your choice, and then after that it just goes down the schedule. The next one's another song of yours and another group song, and then we get into kind of some fun stuff. We start putting in different themes and different types of activities, like sometimes we've done Elvis Week and the Beatles Week. All right, and what's your name?
I'm Nikita Lakshmi Narayanan.
Well, wonderful. And you're out, obviously, second, ready to go. What song are you going to sing?
I'm going to be singing Beautiful by Christina Aguilera.
So, sounds like you guys like pop music. Is that true? Anything else you like?
I also actually like R&B. It's kind of my style of music. I like doing more soulful type of music.
So when did you decide that you would like to be a singer?
Well, it's always been a dream of mine since I was younger, because I've always loved singing and performing in front of other people.
Wonderful. So have you done some performing in other places?
I actually did Schaumburg's Got Talent in 2012, but I danced with one of my friends.
Oh, wonderful. Was that a fun experience for you?
It was a lot of fun. Every day is so wonderful. suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed, but I am beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring me down. I am beautiful in every single way. Yes, words can't bring me down. Oh no. So don't you bring me down today.
It looks like you've had some possibly classical training. Do you know how diaphragm breathing, good breathing for singing?
The classical training I've had is not really similar to American.
Okay.
So I'm not really familiar with that type.
Okay. When we breathe, when we sing, we take a nice low breath down into our diaphragm, so your stomach is going to do more of the work. We use all of those muscles down there, and it gives us a much stronger, fuller sound because it's more supported.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
You know this song, right? I am beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring me down. I am beautiful in every single way.
And what is your name?
Caitlin DeSalvo.
And we're so happy to have you here today. Tell me what song you're thinking about singing.
Jesus Take the Wheel.
Wonderful. And how did you make that selection?
Well, I've really liked that song for a long time, and I feel like it really suits my range.
Wonderful. And did anybody encourage you to come audition?
My mom. She really encouraged me. I did it last year, and I felt like it was a good step into becoming a professional singer. She was driving last Friday on her way to Cincinnati on a snow-white Christmas Eve. Going home to see her mama and her daddy with her baby in the backseat. 15 miles to go and she was running low on faith and gasoline. Been a long, hard year. She had a lot on her mind, but she didn't pay attention. She was going way too fast. Before she knew it, she was spinning on a thin black sheet of glass. She saw both the lights flash before her eyes. She didn't even have time to cry. She was so scared. She threw her hands up in the air. Jesus, take the wheel. Take it from my hands. 'Cause I can't do this on my own. I'm letting go. Give me one more chance. Save me from this road I'm on. Jesus, take the wheel.
So it's almost like talking to a friend in a way, right?
Yeah.
So I need you to sing it more that way. Like if I was talking to Amanda and I'm telling her my story. This is something you all have to think about. We don't want somebody changing the channel. They say every 7 seconds somebody's going to make a decision if they want to stay on something they're watching. Mm-hmm. So if you had 7 seconds to get somebody to want to keep singing to you, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking for.
She was driving last Friday on her way to Cincinnati on a snow-white Christmas Eve. Going home to see her mama and her daddy with her baby in the backseat. 15 miles to go when she was running low on faith and gasoline.
So Amanda's here with me today. She's one of the judges. Amanda, what are you looking for today?
Be looking for a nice strong support, a big sound with lots of emotion and really good facials.
And what do you think really helps them with the sound that you're looking for?
They need to have a nice support from nice down low, big breath, and open everything up. Let it out. Don't hide it inside.
So I love to do this to Amanda. Ha, Amanda, I want you to sing something. And don't just go something. No, sing something.
We'll go back to what we had a while ago. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.
Wonderful. So she did what we were looking for. Facials, nice volume. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, I have another great contestant. And what is your name?
Amy.
Amy, why did you decide to come out and audition with us?
I decided to come out and audition here because I heard about it a couple years ago, but I wasn't old enough yet, so I've been waiting.
Oh, that's pretty fun. You've been waiting for the experience. So, what's your favorite type of music?
I really like listening to alternative music, but I love singing Disney music.
All right, so I'm thinking we might hear a Disney song today. Is that what I'm going to hear?
Yes, you will. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
So that's different than a lot of other venues?
Yeah.
When you're singing to a camera, you've got to, you got to tell the story to the camera.
Okay.
Okay? So pick a little part of it that you'd like to sing for us again. I want to see you be more engaged.
Okay.
A little bit more air.
All right.
And have fun.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door.
Hi, and your name is?
My name is Bonnie Presley.
Wonderful. How did you happen to hear about the show?
I didn't. My husband did.
Ah, so your husband said, go out there. You have a great voice, right?
Yeah, that's basically it.
And when did you start singing?
Before any of your other contestants were born. Hoping
So
you're
just like
having a
5
senior
years ago,
division,
right?
yeah.
Just 5 years ago?
Yeah, okay. Go with that.
What is your favorite type music to listen to and favorite to sing?
Favorite to listen to is actually classical, but favorite to sing is barbershop. See the pyramids along the Nile. Watch the sunrise from a tropic isle. Just remember, darling, all the while you belong to me. Fly the ocean in a silver plane. See the jungle when it's wet with rain. Just remember till you're home again, you belong to me.
Well, as you can see, we have a lot of talent here. I can't wait for this year's Idol. It's going to be so much fun. I don't know if it's going to be a guy, a girl, young or old. Lots of talent. So be sure to watch the show and vote for your favorite.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, take time for fun.